am going to show you the technique that I use to make my daughter's tincture. I just want to let you know that what I'm showing you is just simply what I've done at home. I'm not saying that this is what you should do personally. I know that there's been a lot of questions as to how to do it and the process and what it looks like during the process. So I figured I would just videotape the next time I did it, which is what you're going to be watching. But again, I am not a professional. I'm just a mom who is trying to make an edible for my daughter. So I hope you can find this tool useful, and any positive feedback, I'd love to hear it, or any recommendations. Thanks. Okay, you're going to move quickly at this point. You're going to measure out your alcohol. I'm only using 1/4 ounce of marijuana, so I will be measuring differently than the recipe calls for. You're going to pour it into your mason jar that already has the marijuana in it. You're going to slosh it around for a little bit, about 90 seconds to 2 minutes. And next, you're going to filter it out. There's a nylon that is wrapped around the opening of the jar. Make sure you get it all out. And then you're going to do it again, measuring out. You can pre-measure this if you'd like. Okay, this is wash number 2. Again, you're going to do it for between 90 seconds and 2 minutes. Keep it moving. For the last step, you're going to take the liquid, and in this there is a coffee filter, and you're going to do the final filtering of the product. This takes a little bit more time. That's why I like to put it in another dish in between, another glass bowl or whatever else you have handy. And sometimes when the resin, there's particles that stick to the bottom, so you might want to swish it around gently. And you continue to do this until you've filtered all of this. As you can see, it takes a while. It's dripping through. And that's why I like to grab the spoon and see some of the residue I was talking about. And it helps move it along a little bit faster. Once it's all filtered through, carefully remove the coffee filter. You'll see there's still residue in there, and that can get discarded. You're going to get your glass Pyrex, and you're going to take the liquid and pour it into your pan. Okay, now you have it in your pan, and you're going to let this air dry for what could be 24 to 48 hours depending on your conditions in your house. You put a house fan on to help the process go along. Okay, so it's been a day, and you can see here that it's all evaporated. So now I start with a straight edge razor to lift up the residue. It's a lot easier to work with it while it's cold, so there's going to be times that you're going to want to put it back in the freezer, let it gel up a little bit more, get hard, and then continue doing the same thing with the razor. Alright, now I put it on the scale, and it's measuring out to be 3 grams of the residue. And from here, you put that in the bottle and mix it with 100 milliliters of the spirit, the alcohol. I keep the tincture in a brown bottle, and you can get your syringe and measure out the appropriate amount. Everybody varies, and you're going to have to do a little trial and error, but this is what the tincture looks like. This, I used coconut oil, the type that does not solidify, and I used 30 milliliters to 1 gram of the residue from the marijuana.